All right, fight fans, let's get the show started. This Saturday, Darren Till and Luke Rockhold are finally throwing down in Manchester, England. It's an 8-round boxing match for the Misfits Bridgerweight title, and the heat is already on. At the press conference, things went off the rails fast with trash talk flying and tension sky high. Expect fireworks when these two step inside the ring.
Fat? Who's fat? Who's fat now? I'm not going to touch him, otherwise I won't get paid. Muppet. Are you stressed, are you? You little muppet. Let's go, you're stressed. You're a stressed little muppet. 8 rounds, I want to smell it, feel off this cunt. 8 rounds then.
Merab Dvalishvili also stirred the pot this week, saying Ilia Topuria could actually finish Islam Makhachev. According to Merab, Ilia's takedown defense and knockout power make him a nightmare matchup. If they ever fight, Merab believes Topuria has the tools to stop Islam inside the cage.
Who do you think wins if Islam and Topuria fight?
I hope it's gonna happen. It's gonna be a tough fight for Ilia, for sure. Ilia make you either shoot him, which is he will stop, or no, Islam has to strike with him, and then striking, we all know that how Ilia fights and how dangerous he is and how knockout power he have. So it's gonna be a tough fight for Ilia for sure, like every fight is, but I believe he can finish Islam Makhachev.
Also, Merab Dvalishvili talks about Umar Nurmagomedov. Merab claims Umar disrespected him, and now it's personal.
There is so many good fighters in UFC, like Bautista, but he has to work. But because of they don't have a cousin like Habib, you know, they don't give him title fight, you know. And he was disrespecting me, and especially in Twitter and the internet, and yeah, I was very mad about him, and that was personal for sure.
Merab pledges to destroy Umar if they fight again. Dana White just dropped a bombshell. On Instagram Live, the UFC boss announced the main event for UFC 322 at Madison Square Garden. On November 15th, Jack Della Maddalena defends his welterweight title against Islam Makhachev. That's right. Makhachev moves up to 170, chasing double champ status after dominating lightweight.
I'm announcing our return to New York City as UFC 322 takes place on Saturday, November 15th. The main event, UFC welterweight champion Jack Della Maddalena defends his belt for the first time when he takes on former UFC lightweight champion Islam Makhachev. Makhachev was #1 ranked pound-for-pound fighter in the world in 23, 24, and 25. Cleaned out that division, and he has decided to take his 15-fight win streak and move up to attempt to become one of a few fighters in UFC history to win belts in 2 different divisions. This is literally the definition of a super fight.
And the co-main? Valentina Shevchenko versus Zhang Weili for the flyweight belt. Zhang vacates her strawweight crown for this massive opportunity. Also on the card, former champ Leon Edwards battles rising contender Carlos Prodas. Dana calls him a beast, and this fight could shake up the entire division.
UFC strawweight champion Weili Zhang has accomplished all there is to accomplish at 115 pounds, so she's now going to vacate her title and move up and challenge Valentina Shevchenko for the flyweight championship. In the co-main event, former champion Leon Edwards returns to take on everybody's favorite, #9 ranked Carlos Prodas. Carlos is an absolute beast. UFC 322, do not miss this one, November 15th at Madison Square Garden.
UFC 322 is set to be an absolute monster. Meanwhile, JDM's coach isn't holding back. Ben Vickers says Islam's chin is suspect. He believes if Jack lands clean, Makhachev's going down whether it's in the first round or the 5th. He also praised JDM's cardio, saying he even outlasted Belal Muhammad in their fight. Bottom line, Vickers is confident JDM's power will be the difference.
I just don't think Islam has the chin that Belal has. You feel like it's a situation where this is going to be an eventual down the line, like third, fourth round? Or do you think people might even be shocked to see it happen earlier on?
We know for a fact if Jack clips someone clean on the chin, they can go over. So it could happen in the first minute. It could happen in the 24th minute. It could happen in the 24 minute, 59 seconds. It could happen 3 rounds in. Jack likes long fights. You know, he likes to be in there. But obviously we're not getting paid for overtime. So if the opportunity arises, we're happy to take it. But Jack's cardio, as we saw, Belal's reputedly the best like cardio in the UFC, and Jack out cardioed him. Belal was more tired than Jack towards the end of the fight. So you know, Jack's cardio is exceptional, his power is exceptional, and yeah, I like the fight. I really do.
Jack Della Maddalena's coach also just fired a warning shot at Ilia Topuria, telling him to stay at featherweight and not even think about stepping in with Jack.
Got Ilia Topuria, the lightweight champ. He's been trying to get up to welterweight. He wants to go up to welterweight, fight for that belt as well. What's your reaction? Like, he wants one more title defense, then he wants to basically move up and fight at welterweight. What would your reaction be if he was one of the next guys for you? He's
my height, and I'm a midget. He needs to stay where he is. It would be a very bad decision for him to come up and fight Jack. They're the same fighter, essentially. He's just a midget and Jack's a bit bigger. You know, they do a lot of the same things very well. And I love Ilia. He's one of my favorite fighters to watch because I think he fights like Jack. You know, they're very similar. So, but I don't think he has any business jumping up 2 weight classes and fighting Jack. But that's up to him. If he wants to do that, fair play to him. I respect it. You know, and I think Ilia's going to be at a point like Islam soon where he can do whatever he wants because he's unstoppable, you know.
Aljamain Sterling wants another shot at Sean O'Malley, but this time at featherweight. O'Malley's hinted at moving up, and Sterling says he'll be waiting. He blasted O'Malley for bragging about their last fight, saying the gloating doesn't sit right. Aljo's message is simple. If Sean comes to 145, the rematch is on.
My main thing with O'Malley is that he paraded around as if he beat the best version of me. And that's my only gripe with him. Only gripe.
Okay, but Aljo,
no, tell me straight.
You get one moment.
Yes.
At that moment, it worked.
It worked.
For him.
It's the gloating that doesn't sit right. He put my picture on his podcast wall. This is the type of that gets you slapped in person. But then to gloat about I beat the greatest bantamweight of all time at the time. And I'm just like, yo, brother,
that's
you me
goal,
bro.
Him up. It's on site. Tell him.
If O'Malley wants to come up to 145, I would gladly entertain it. Other than that, the chapter is closed. I'm happy for him. I'm glad he's got a family.
You like his lifestyle?
I don't mind it.
Sharing is caring.
He should continue to Jada Peen. But that's a whole other conversation. I'm not salty about it. But if you want to come up to 145, if you want to come up to 145, I'm right here.
Bad news for Noche UFC. The card just lost its co-main event. Raul Rosas Jr. is out his fight with Rob Font due to injury just 2 weeks before the event. It's a tough break for Rosas, who's been chasing a shot at a ranked opponent. He's 5-1 in the UFC and riding a 4-fight win streak. But fans will have to wait a little longer to see him tested against the top tier. That's all for today's update. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay locked in for more breaking MMA news.